It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Thank you so much for choosing to start your morning with us right here. Now, staying home during this pandemic has meant not only abruptly changing the daily lives we lead, but putting on hold plans that may have been months or years in the making. Being far apart from the loved ones who would support us in proximity during these times adds to the abrupt trauma and adapting to this fast-changing situation. So today we are asking, how do we deal with the disruptions that come with COVID-19? This morning we are joined via call by relationship expert Dr. Eve to help us discuss this topic. A very good morning to you, Doctor.
Hi, Colleen. Nice to be chatting. Sorry I can't be there in person or see you.
No, but thank you so much for joining us, though, via call. I hope that you are keeping safe.
I am indeed.
Dr. Eve, talking about the disruptions, that the COVID-19 pandemic has caused, you were in New York in mid-March for an annual conference when the city began shutting down to restrict movement. How was that experience for you?
Terrifying. I arrived, and 2 days afterwards, my conference was cancelled, and as that happened, so the entire city of New York just shut down, and I became terrified, and all I wanted to do is come home because, clearly when we feel afraid, we just want to feel safe and secure, and the best place for most of us, or many of us, is in our own homes when we can feel safe and secure. So I managed to get on the plane as quickly as possible, and then I was so anxious arriving at the airport because they take your temperature, and I thought, am I going to be allowed back home again? So it was a really terrifying experience. Came home and got into quarantine for 2 weeks, and then the lockdown started. So I really have been really locked down for about 5 weeks now, I think. Yeah.
Wow, it sounds like a terrifying experience. I mean, you've mentioned that you went into mandatory self-isolation upon return. What have you been up to during the lockdown? How have you been keeping busy?
Well, I was really anxious in the beginning, and my entire equilibrium was unsettled, which happened to everybody once we first go into lockdown. And then because I'm a trauma-informed therapist, I went straight back into my community online and learned the skills and put into practice the skills that I've learned. So immediately what I did was socially connect with as many people as I could to be able to feel socially embedded, which is vital for all of us to be able to do, to have virtual communication by seeing and speaking to people as regularly as possible. I then put into practice exercise, which I'm still doing. I do a daily Pilates class in a community of people that I know that I'm used to. I ensure that I have healthy food. So cooking is something that I will do and make sure that I eat really healthily. I also put into place a rigorous routine, which is what most people should do, because all we want to do is manage anxiety. And then I've been working, and also once I was able to regulate my own anxiety and have compassion for myself and start doing self-care for myself, I was able to reach out in compassion for other people. And I've started doing a lot of online free initiatives for people who are needing support, which are my clients, as well as my community online.
Oh, wow. It sounds like you have been keeping yourself very busy by eating healthy, exercising. Thank goodness for social media platforms as well as virtual communication. Now, Doctor, let's move to these very disruptions and life adjustments that have come with the pandemic and ensuing lockdown. Many major life events like weddings, childbirths and funerals have been impacted by the crisis. What does a person go through when they, have to handle a stressor like this one particularly?
We have to recognize our grief and the fact that we feel lonely and we feel completely disorientated. And all of the work that we have to be doing right now, really what I'm emphasizing is mostly about self-care. It's recognizing and acknowledging I feel angry, I feel sad, I feel grief, I feel lost. And this is like a new normal that I'm having to adjust to, and I don't want it, I don't like it. And slowly we begin to do that. But all the time acknowledging that this doesn't feel nice, and we mostly feel afraid because we don't know what's happening. So new rituals are being formed, and they can also be really positive, because we're connecting differently. It doesn't mean that it's worse, it just means differently. This is where people have to develop enormous resilience and what we call courage and confidence to be able to use what is available to still get our needs met. And mostly, is how to manage outside. So the loss of funerals and weddings and births, it's huge for people. You just want to acknowledge and think, so how can I do this different and still get the same feeling of celebration or sadness that I know?
Dr. Eve?
Yes.
One interesting dilemma that some couples have found themselves in, especially during this time, being in lockdown together, is that when one or both might have planned, on ending the relationship, how does the couple navigate that?
Yeah, this is a big thing that a lot of my couples are experiencing, that either they went in knowing that they were going to get divorced and they were going to separate, or else during lockdown they decided or come to the decision that they've avoided for a very long time of saying, actually, we don't want to be together anymore, or I don't want to be with you, or actually, I'm in love with somebody else, or actually, I'm gay, or I'm lesbian, or I'm bisexual. That's really emerged at this time. And it's much more difficult when you don't have anywhere to go out and to be able to just take flight from the emotion of fear that you experience in your shop. You have to be in the place with this person. So I always recommend that you create separate spaces, privacy for yourself, and have a lot of bounds, self-respect, so that you can recognize and acknowledge that we just are living separate lives, but we want kindness and respect to each other.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eve, for joining us this morning and shedding some light on these very important conversations. Have a fantastic morning further.
Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
Bye.